There's a movie with Tom Cruise back in the day where they had the seers, and the seers would locate persons that is thinking about committing a crime. And once she sees those persons, then those persons are arrested before they commit a crime. Premeditated. And so imagine if the man or woman could have gotten arrested or be reprimanded the minute they start thinking about divorce. Because to me, divorce is premeditated. In order for a woman or man to say, I'm going to divorce you, let's talk about the man, inside the man. Let's say if a man is unhappy, rarely he will divorce you. But those men, they take matters into their own hands, and let's say they will have an affair. Before that man gets to that state of having an affair, that man is meditating on it, premeditated, meditate. He's meditating on having an affair. He's meditating on speaking to that coworker, that lady in the restaurant, that lady in the gym, that lady in the park. He's premeditating. He's meditating on it. And so, as the man thinking in his heart, as you think it, it has to come to pass. So the more he meditate on it, it will come to pass. He will build up the confidence. He will erase every trace of his family in his mind. He'll put them aside. He'll open a door, open a box, put them in the box, and leave in the box until he's done with his affair. Meditating. There's more confidence. He's changing the way he dressed, the way he act, the way he speak. He's driving faster cars. Now I'm not saying those men are cheating. I'm just giving an example. He's meditating. And so before he performed that act was done a year, 6 months, 2 months, 4 weeks ago. It's never in that moment. He never woke up and said, today is the day. No. Premeditated. He's meditating. So women, for the women that you see that are leaving their husbands, that are saying that they're done, they're tired. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. Now, women tend to hold on to words. So you will not catch a lot of women watching pornography, but you'll see a lot of women reading, what you call them? Graphical books, whatever you call it. You'll see a lot of women reading romance book. And some of those books are very, very detailed. It's pornography. But they can visualize it. So when she is premeditating all of the things that her husband is doing wrong. Now, he may be doing those things, he may not. And so now the thought comes in. I want a divorce. Sometimes that thought will play out for years. She can meditate on those words for 5, 6, even 10 years. As you speak it, it must happen. As you say those words will manifest. That's why I'm careful with my words. If I say something, I've already thought about it. I've already meditated on it. So that's why I can never go to my spiritual father and say, oh, I didn't know I said those words. Never. And I've already taken action for my words, good or bad. So as you meditate on those words, premeditate. As you premeditate, you've already said to yourself, this is done. You are saying that I will divorce this man. I'm going to leave my kids. I'm going to leave my wife. I'm going to have an affair. I'm going to indulge in this. I'm going to indulge in pornography. I'm going to go shopping and max out the credit card. It's premeditated. So I believe this is why divorce is high. This is why you have a lot of unfaithful husbands and wives. That's why you have a lot of couples that are not lasting long. Premeditated. You know the danger with meditation? Premeditating? What do you think is happening when you are on social media scrolling? You are meditating. And so as you meditate and you see something on social media, it sticks and you start to meditate on it, the algorithm will push the same thing. If you land on a video where the woman is talking about leaving her husband, she had a divorce and she's happy, the algorithm will push happy women that have divorced their husbands, or unhappy women that is thinking about divorcing their husbands. I just go, you meditating, you're premeditating. I saw this video on TikTok. This man, he and his girlfriend, they just had a child. And a few weeks after having a child, he asks his girlfriend to do a paternity test. He told her he wants to see if he's the father or not. So she has to go and take a test. She was offended. Now, based on when I watched the video, there was no picture, so I'm assuming that he is Caucasian and she's African American. I say this because the mother of the man said that his child looked like him. And so the mother of the man, she went and got pictures of the man when he was a child. And she said they look alike. The only difference is their complexion. But if she casts a shadow on her son's picture and put them side by side with the baby, you cannot tell the difference. You would think that all of those pictures is a son. So his mother believed that the child is his. But he's saying, no, I need you to take a test. And the girlfriend is saying, I'm going to take the test. So she set up an appointment at 2 different locations. And so she said, let me have a conversation with him to find the root cause of his thinking. And he said that he was on social media. He was scrolling. He saw a clip where a guy was saying that he just found out that the child that he has been taking care of is not his child. And the woman did not tell him. And so because of that seed was sown. This child may not be mine. And so he said that after he saw that video, he went into a rabbit hole. He started to scroll and scroll and scroll. And he's seeing more and more videos where the men are saying, I just found out this child is not mine. I'm taking care of this child. The woman was cheating. Deep into a dark hole. Premeditated. He's meditating on it. He's scrolling, meditating. And the algorithm knows what the algorithm is doing. And he's meditating on it. Premeditating. Meditating. Premeditated. But guess what? That child was his. Because he was meditating on that, it happened. The child is his. But he's no longer in the child's life because the woman left. And so now I can guarantee you, which I won't blame her, she's going to go for child support. And I can guarantee you, there's not going to be 50-50 when it comes to parenting the child. Instead of having a lifetime with the child, he's going to have weekends or a few days or week on, week off. Not because of social media, because he was meditating on the wrong thing. So words are powerful. Your mind is powerful as well because your mind has to form those words. The mind is so powerful, whatever word you say, that the mind has to give it life, whether it's negative or positive. If I say orange, you will see orange. If I say an apple and orange with a stick in between it, you will see it. If I say an apple with a sword inside of it, you will see it. If I say a woman is peeling the apple with her nails, you will see it. That's how powerful the mind is. So if you feed the mind garbage, the mind will give you garbage. If you feed it positive things, life, It will give you life. So when I'm meditating on the future and the woman is next to me meditating with me and pushing me and cheering me on, and she is meditating, visualizing her business, her career, and I'm there pushing her. I'm giving that seed, those ideas, I'm giving it water. And so when there are days where she is down, when I'm down, we will come and water each other. Remember your goals? Remember our dreams? Remember when we sat there and we meditated on growth, on life, on owning mansions all over the world? Just saying that just gave me goosebumps. But men, I want you to understand, if you are with the wrong woman, your dreams are dead. Simple. Women, if you are with the wrong man, your dreams are dead. You know, if you have not yet followed Inside the Man podcast on IG, TikTok, Facebook, we're now on X, we're now on LinkedIn. Check us out. Go and check it out. I see a lot of comments on social media where the women are complaining. I say complain. That the man is this, the man is that, the man is destroying them. A lot of comments where the man is complaining. Yes, it's complaining. The woman is this, the woman that. Both of them are blaming each other, but none of them, they're not holding themselves accountable. There's no accountability for their actions. But I find that if you marry wrong, you marry wrong. You cannot marry wrong and expect right. You can't marry the wrong man or woman and expect them to be Brad Pitt. You can't marry Brian from Family Guy and expect him to be Iron Man. You can't marry below your expectations and expect that individual to exceed your expectations. But you marry below your expectations. A lot of wives are struggling because they marry the wrong men. So how do I marry the right man? Go and check previous episodes. I'm not going to tell you. Go and find out for yourself. A lot of men are angry, frustrated, broken because they married the wrong woman. Again, go check my previous episodes. I'm not going to tell you where. You had a choice. That's your choice. And that's what the men and the women that are on social media arguing back and forth, they have not realized. It's not because of the man. It's not because of the woman. It's because of the choice that you made. Now, if someone put a gun to your head and forced you to marry that person, then I understand. If your family forced you to marry that person, I understand. If the church forced you, I understand. But you still have a choice, but I understand. But a lot of people are angry. But they're not saying that I made a mistake. I married the wrong person. I married the first guy that came. He looked good. He smelled good. So I married him. But I didn't check with my family. I did not confirm him. I find that I saw this woman. She looked good in a mini skirt. Oh, she looked really good. And she's good in the bedroom. But they have anger issues. She don't respect you. He doesn't honor you. He doesn't know how to love you. You want to be loved. You like quality time, but he hates quality time. But you said to yourself, maybe when we get married, you can solve the problem. Oh, she's dealing with trauma. She's disrespecting you. She's speaking to you however she wants. And you said to yourself, oh, maybe when we get married, she will change. She will not change. And that's the issue. That's the problem that we're having today. A lot of people are divorcing because they did not do their homework. They refuse to confirm that man or woman. And they say to themselves that she will change when we get married. It's only a phase. It's only a season. That season will pass. Your parents will say, oh, don't worry. He grabbed you the other day. That's fine. Your daddy did that to me, but he's a good man. He treat me good. Oh, I see a woman is speaking to you down. That's fine. I did it to your father, so that's fine. She will change. That's not the case. Everybody's not the same. Everyone does not receive revelation at the same time. And the revelation that they receive, most of the time, is revelation that they should have received at the very beginning. Now they are receiving it when they're married. It's too late. It doesn't add any value. So it's wastage revelation. So stop saying to yourself, I'm in this relationship, he will change, she will change. There are times when they will change, but there has to be accountability. There has to be conditions. There has to be boundaries. You have to see the change. Otherwise, it's just words. And a lot of relationships are forming now because of words. I told you the power of words. Just because of words. But their words are not bringing forth any actions. Their words are bringing forth destruction. And so you have a lot of couples now that are not meant to be together, but they're together. They get married. Now they're saying that because of marriage, this happened. Because of marriage, that happened. They're blaming the church and their doctrines. They're blaming the pastor. They're blaming the parents. They're blaming society. They're blaming social media. They're blaming everybody but themselves. The man blaming the woman and the woman blaming the man, but they're not blaming each other. Question for you men and women. For those of you that are struggling, for those of you that are angry, for those of you that are bitter, when you look yourself in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see the problem? Do you see the root cause of the problem? Or you see you? If you see you, chances are that is the root cause of the problem. You are. So we're talking about words. But again, I'm telling my story. How do I function in a society that is underperforming? And the solution is inside the man. I'm going to continue to share secrets, share revelations, as I am allowed to by my producer. I'm not saying any of this is saying I'm better than anyone. No. I'm just saying that my mind is shifting, my thinking is shifting. I want more. I want more than what I'm being told I should have. I want more. I want to operate outside limitations. I want to remove every limitations that's been holding me back, that's telling me this is what you should have, this is what you should do. You need a mortgage. You need debt. You need good debt. You need to have credit card. I want to live beyond those. I've been told those things so many times. And I've gravitated to those things. And I've said to myself, I cannot own a home because I don't have good credit. What does my destiny have to do with good credit? What does my destiny have to do with being pre-approved? What does my destiny have to do with interest rates? What the banks are charging me? My destiny is greater than the bank. My destiny is greater than being pre-approved and my credit scores. You know, I've never heard, or I have not heard a rich person talk about their credit scores. I've never heard a rich person talk about being pre-approved. I've never heard a rich person say, oh, I cannot have that. Or the bank told me I cannot have it. The bank has stopped me from having it. No. When the bank see that you have millions in asset, they don't question you. They give you what you want. The bank cares about money. They care about their money. If you borrow this, how will you pay it? So if I have millions in stocks, like Elon Musk, I can go to the bank and say, I want this amount. I want this. You know, rich people hardly use their money, but we are told you need to save. You need to save. Saving is good. But I find that there are people that have been saving all their life, but they have never been on a cruise. They have never been on vacation. They can't buy a car cash. They can't buy a home cash. They can't wake up and say, I'm going to this country. I'm going to that country. Oh, I'm going to fly to Paris, like one of the Kardashians did, and eat dessert. Oh, I saw something with Kanye West. He flew down a sandwich to where he was and ate it. When money is not a problem, when money is not a barrier, when money is not an obstacle, there's nothing you cannot do. But it starts with your mind. You know, I've heard a lot of millionaires and billionaires say this. If I lose everything I have today, and some of them have done it, I will build it back up and more. Is your thinking. Wealth has nothing to do with asset, with money. Wealth is your mind. What are you thinking about? What are you visualizing? What are you meditating on? That's the true wealth. So, what I'm saying is, my thinking is beyond 2023. My thinking is beyond 2030. Where's your thinking? My mindset is there's some things that I sit and think about, and it's like, who is this guy? How am I thinking about these things? How do I make it happen? My question now is not if, but how and when. Because I know it's possible. As a man thinketh, whatever I think it will. Once it's according to God's will. And if my father did not tell me no, then I know I'm going to pursue it. I'm going to pursue it. I've studied millionaires. Ideas upon ideas. So many ideas did not result to anything. But that one idea. So my prayer every day is, God, just one idea. Because I know with one idea, it will shift my destiny. It will shift my bloodline. It will shift me for generations. Just one idea. One idea. Just one idea. Just one idea. Just one idea. That's all I'm saying. I can never be normal again. And if you're listening to this episode, you can never be normal again. There's nothing wrong with you. The things that you're thinking about, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your thinking. There's nothing wrong with you. Maybe your environment needs to change, but there's nothing wrong with you. Continue to think about the things that you are thinking. Continue to declare. I'm gonna do an episode on declaration. Men, you have to declare. Women, you have to declare. Continue to declare. Speak those things into existence. Meditate on those things. Meditate on the word. Meditate on quotes. Meditate on your vision board. Meditate on your dreams. And anyone that's not in alignment with your meditation, you remove them. If you're married, you need to find a way to change course so that he or she can come along. To me, that's something easy to shift their thinking. Continue thinking big, dreaming big. That's what separates us from the 1%. I'm telling you. So I can never be the same. I can never be normal. So the person that is going to be with me, they cannot be normal. We will be unequally yoked. We won't be able to move. We won't be able to move because I'm beyond 2030. I'm beyond 2040. I am beyond 2050. If you understand what I'm saying. So we will put a pause on this. And again, like I've said in the past, if this is too much for you, download it, save it, put it somewhere else. Share it with your friends. Women, share it with your husbands, with your boyfriend. Share it with your family members. Share it. Because we are now entering 2026. Something has to change. There has to be a shift. The shift starts with your thinking. You don't have to change your environment as yet. Your thinking has to change first, not your environment. Not changing countries, not changing buildings, not changing apartments, not changing spouses, not changing girlfriends. It's your thinking. Change your thinking. You change your destiny. You rewrite your destiny. You shift your environment. You will change your marriage. You will change your children. You will change your career. You will accelerate in your business. You will move from thousands to millions to billions. So in 2026, I'm expecting big things, big things, like President Trump. Big things I'm expecting. But it starts now with my thinking. Thank you for listening to Inside the Man podcast. I know this is a lot, but these are the things that I think about. They don't keep me up. They don't keep me up at night, but these are the things I think about when I awake, because I have to be great. Men, we have to be great. We have to be great. We cannot be the men that we are called to be if we worrying about bills. If we worrying about how do I pay the mortgage, how do I pay the car note, how do I pay the electricity bill, how do I pay the bills? We were meant for more than bills. We were created for more than bills. We were created to do great. Men, we were created to give away homes. That's why I love to see those influencers giving away cars and homes and providing. Now, the only thing is, I'm not going to do it publicly. But I love those. We were meant to give away houses. We were meant to pay college tuitions. But in order to do that, your mind has to change. In order to do that, you need money. We were created to be great. To pass it on from generation to generation. That when you die, your son, your daughters will do the things that you have done and said that you will do. Your grandkids, your great-grandkids will do it. So when they trace them in the future, they'll trace them back to you. They'll trace them back to your thinking, your way of living, your way of thought, the way you live your life, the way you speak, the way you address people, the way you interact with people. We were meant for greater things. Man, if you know your potential, if you know your purpose, why you were created, you're not a mistake. I don't care if it was through assault that you were born. You are not a mistake. I don't care if your father walked away from you, your mother walked away from you. You are not a mistake. I don't care if you listen to this and you are in prison. You are not a mistake. That does not define you. I don't care if you're a failure, you're labeled a failure, you're labeled lazy. That is not you. That is not your destiny. You control your thinking. You control who you are, who you will be. So if your family is struggling, you can solve that. Your wife is struggling, you can solve it. It is in you. You just have to realize and understand your potential, your greatness. This is Fred from Inside the Man. Again, you can find Inside the Man podcast on every leading podcast platform. Share this with everyone. Share this with the men especially, and so that 2026 will not be the same. That 2025 will be a blur. Send this. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of Inside the Man podcast. Until next time.